All righty. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to another week of K Minor interviews live from St. Margaret's. Hope all is well. Hope all is well. And I have a special guest again in the studio. This guy is truly a phenomenal young man who I'm just so happy for. Mr. Parker Hogan, welcome to the studio, my friend.
Thank you so much, Coach. Thank you for having me on.
Hey, my pleasure, my man. My pleasure. So listen, I know your time is valuable. You're a busy man. I won't hold you long. So let's dive in. So how long have you been in St. Margaret's?
I've been here since freshman year, so it's 4 years now.
Okay, so tell me about that. Tell me. So you came in freshman year. You're leaving now as a senior. Give me that time frame. Tell me all about your experiences. Tell me the time you had at St. Margaret's.
Yeah, so I remember my freshman year coming in new from a small school, St. John's. I didn't really know anyone except for Will Kenner. He's the only person I knew from middle school. So usually for me, like, it's kind of difficult, like, opening up to people because I'm kind of a quiet person, not really vocal. But I feel like being on the football team, doing football freshman year is what really helped me initially, like, make connections with people, make friends, all that. So that helped me a lot. And then going on, like, continuing on with football, that helped me gain connections with people, obviously.
Sure.
And then it wasn't until really my, like, sophomore and junior year where I finally found, like, my core group of friends and, like, and then once I found that core group, like, it really helped me to, like, flourish in high school and just, like, help me do well, keep me motivated.
Nice.
Having such good friends obviously helps you, like they help me stay on track. Like,
sure.
Yeah, it helps a lot getting that core group of friends. And then up until senior year, like, that's when I kind of felt like I became the closest with them, and it kind of they're like just having their support and motivation really helped me a lot. And,
Good. Good for you, man. Thanks for sharing that. I appreciate that. Now that you have embarked on that, right, your final season, your final year, at St. Margaret's, tell me about, there's been so many, I'm sure, memories and stories. What will you miss the most about St. Margaret's?
Something I'm gonna miss because next year I'm gonna be going to, like, a much bigger school, UCLA, like 30,000 people, and St. Margaret's, like, small little high school, like, what, 400 or 500 people.
Yeah.
I think something I'm gonna miss a lot is, like, just, like, being able to, like, walk into quad or, like, walk into any classroom and, like, I can see anyone and, like, I know their name, or, like, I can talk to any of them and, like, they'll say hi and stuff like that. Just, like, that whole community vibe that St. Margaret's has. It's truly something special. And like, at St. Margaret's, like, from what, like, I've experienced, like, all the teachers, students, coaches like you, like, they genuinely want to know you. They want to know who you are. They want to like, talk to you, get to know you, just know who you are as a person, besides just, like, a student or just, like, the athlete. They want to know who you are on the inside as well.
Sure. No, you're exactly right. I've noticed that as well. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that. So, let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? So the pandemic, COVID-19, unfortunately has really, really just hampered a lot of the senior events, senior class time, connection time, and all of that. So, how have you kind of fought through that with your friends, relationships, and how tough has it been?
Yeah, I mean, it's been very tough, obviously. Like, it's my senior year. It's kind of my last chance to kind of see all these people before we go off to college, and it's kind of tough. But as I said before, I have a very solid group, so it's been really tough not being able to see them. But also something for me was, like, going into second semester senior year, like, I didn't really, like, there's a lot of people I hadn't talked to before, and, like, I hadn't really been able to, like, really wasn't really close with. But, like, as I was going into second semester, I was finally able to, like, getting comfortable with more people, finally able to open up to more people, talk to more people I hadn't talked to at school before. But then all of a sudden, like, as that was happening, like COVID hit, and I just don't get that anymore. And it's kind of sucks, just, like, because, like, there's so many new people. Like, I mean, I know I've been in high school for, like, 4 years now, but there's so many new people I was starting to talk to second semester senior year, which is really cool. But it just ended. Now I can't really have those connections. And I just, like, now I remember thinking, like, last year or, like, the year before, like, sophomore, junior year, I was always remember thinking, like, I saw the seniors, just, like, how much fun they're having. And then, like, I was just like, damn, I wish I was a senior right now, because I, like, being a sophomore or junior, just, like, struggling with a bunch of work, stressful and all that, and just seeing all the seniors having a good time. Like, I was always wishing I was them. But now I'm here and I'm a senior, and now I kind of wish I was an underclassman again. I wish I was one of them. But
So
yeah,
true.
it's tough. But Yeah.
So true. I appreciate your honesty. So thank you. And you're right. It is tough, right? I mean, I think I look at the people that I've gotten closer to this past year, even Sade, right? You know, from before. So as well as you, right? And so the bond that you've created with people that you started to blossom, and then all of a sudden it kind of just crush and vanish. So, it's a testament really to your group. Your class has really been resilient, really been strong. So kudos to you guys for that. All righty. I'm excited for this part here. So let's talk about this for a minute. Let's spend some time on this for a minute. So I remember you coming to see me and you saying, and I remember asking you, hey, do you want to continue football at the next level? You're like, Coach, I don't know if I do. I don't think I want to. And I remember saying to myself, like why? Like you totally can do it. You have the ability, you totally can, right? And I remember that you didn't, like, you heard me, but you weren't listening to me. You know, like you heard me say it, but I don't think you're really feeling it, you know? And now going to UCLA, going to play football. Mm-hmm. Tell me from the first conversation you and I had about, and you were kind of like, like what happened? What changed?
Yeah, it's crazy, honestly. Like, I just remember just like, I don't know. I think I just before, I think I just lacked the confidence in myself. I didn't really feel like I was good enough. Like, sure. But then as junior year, I didn't even start on varsity. Like, I think, oh, there's no way I could play in college. I don't think I can do it. But then as senior year came around, like I felt like a huge momentum shift. Going from junior to senior year, I felt like I improved a lot. Like, especially my speed and being at that helped me a lot.
Yeah.
So, just that overall improvement and just that confidence builder that helped me a lot to that made me think yeah, I can play in college. I can do this.
Yeah.
And just I think the confidence was the big part.
That's for me. Awesome. Good for you. I love
being
that.
confident in myself, knowing that I can do it.
Yeah. Definitely. I'm glad you did. I mean, because when he came to see me, the recruiter said, "Listen, I got a guy you gotta see. I got a guy. You know, I'll give you his tape. Check him out. He can do it, right?" And so I'm glad it worked out. When you told me, I was just elated. So when you got that, when you signed that letter, how'd that feel?
It didn't even feel real, to be honest.
Yeah.
From going to not thinking I was good enough to play in college to ending up at UCLA football,
that's awesome, man. That's so awesome.
Honestly, it's an understatement for me. Crazy.
What'd your parents think?
They were so excited. They were way more excited than I was. My parents and Sade,
yeah.
Than I was.
Yeah, I love it, man. It couldn't happen to a better person.
Having the support from them, and it really means a lot that they care so much about me, and they're always there for me. It means so.
Well, good, man. I'm so excited to see you play. I'm coming down there a lot, just so you know. So just get ready. You're gonna sick of seeing me. Coach Miner's here again. Dang, man. I'm coming to hang out with you, man. But I'm so excited for you. So proud of you. Last question for bringing you for a landing. So 4 years St. Margaret's, ups and downs. You know, I think the end cap is right. Getting your destination of UCLA, playing football, the maturation you went through. You have the floor. If you're talking to the student body, you're talking to the community at St. Margaret's, you know, what's your last words? What do you want to say?
Yeah. So something I want to say is honestly, before junior year, I was considering quitting football. And as I said before, I kind of lacked the confidence. I didn't think I was good enough to play in college or anything like that. Going into senior year, I wasn't even expecting to play football in college. I was expecting it to be my last time playing football. So knowing it could be my last time, I remember during practice, conditioning, stuff like that, I always made it a mental competition for myself to always try and finish first, just give it my all, give everything I got. So I think that's one thing I want to say. It's just always, I mean, it kind of sounds cliche, but just always give it your all, try your best, because you never know what's going to happen. For me, it ended up at UCLA. So
yeah.
And then another thing I want to say is I think the little things matter. I guess for example for me is in football where there's we have special teams where it's so there's a lot of times where being honest so people kind of take special teams for granted. They don't really take it seriously, and
that's a great point.
They don't really care as much, and they don't give their full effort. But for me, honestly, looking back on my film, looking back at my highlights, I could say my best plays, all my best plays from the season were from special teams and from that part of the game that people kind of take for granted and take don't take seriously. Like, I feel like that's kind of those plays from special teams and just all those highlights I had from special teams are kind of what helped me the most. I feel like for me personally, helped me the most to get where I am now.
That's awesome.
And then one last thing I want to say is like,
sure.
I think to end up where you want to be, you don't really have to be like the big dog or like the big name, I guess. Cause like, I guess for me, I wasn't really like the main, like I wasn't like on the, like anyone's radar. I was kind of flew under the radar. Like no one really knew much about me, but like, I'm just saying that like you can like, even if you're under the radar and no one knows much about you, you can still end up at big places and you can still do great things, even if it's not like you're not the big name. So yeah.
That's a great point. Thank you for sharing that. That really means a lot. I think you're right. The little things matter, right? I've heard a quote many times and said, how you do anything is how you do everything, right? And I think you're so right. Those small things, small hinges swing big doors, right? And so, listen, Parker Hogan, it has been a joy to be around you, to get to know you very well, to get to know your family. Your dad's a Domer, so of course we're going to be tight, of course. But it's been a blessing, man. You really have been, and I'm going to miss you. I appreciate you. I'm going to see you a lot, though, so you ain't get away from me, just so you know. We're coming to hang out, come take your dinner, take your lunch. But thank you again for being on the broadcast. Thank you for everything you've done for me. As a coach and as a person, I really, really, really respect you and appreciate you. I'm so glad it worked out. I'm so glad you stayed with it. And so glad you came to the studio today. So listen, everybody, Parker Hogan, he is UCLA bound to play football UCLA, student athlete, and definitely an all-around great young man. My friend, enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend. Tell everybody I said hello. And thank you so much for being on the Zoom call. I appreciate it, my brother.
Thank you so much, Coach. Have a good one.
Anytime. You too. Stay out of trouble now. You know how you are.
Will do.
All right. Deuces.